Hey student, how are you? Welcome to our session on fractions, decimals, and percents. We're going to fill in this table with the most common ones. Starting with number 1, the fraction of the decimal 0.20 or the percent 20%. Let's take a look at the decimal 0.20. This is actually pronounced 20 hundredths. Hundredths. 20 hundredths, two numbers after the decimal, we can put 20 over 100. And then we can reduce. But let's take a look at the percent first. 20% means out of 100. So 20 out of 100 is equal to 20%. And then we will reduce. We can divide the top and bottom by 20. 20 divided by 20 is 1. 100 divided by 20 is 5. So we get 1/5 for 20%. 1/5. Number 2. Number 2, we've got 1/4 as the fraction, and we want to change 1/4 into a decimal. 1/4 as a fraction actually means 1 divided by 4. So you could put this in the calculator if you're allowed to use a calculator, and you do 1/4, 1 divided by 4. And if you're not allowed to use a calculator, let's take a look at the long division. 1 goes in the house, being divided by 4. And then 4 does not go into 1, so we'll put a 0 and a decimal. 0 and a decimal. And then 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 4, make sure that you can see that too. 2 times 4 is 8, and we'll subtract. And we are left with 2. We'll add another 0 and bring it down. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. We subtract, and we get no remainder. So 1/4 as a decimal is 0.25. 1/4 as a decimal, 0.25. And then to change 0.25 into a percent, we will move the decimal 2 times to the right. Multiplying by 100. Multiply by 100. Multiply by 100. Move decimal 2 to the right. And we get 25%. 1/4, 25%. Number 4. 1/3 is our fraction. They would like us to change it into a decimal. So 1/3 means 1 divided by 3. 1 divided by 3. So you could use a calculator, 1/3 to divide, or we can use our long division. And we'll take a look at that. 1 goes in the house, divided by 3. 3 does not go into 1, so we'll put a 0 and a decimal. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3, we get 9. And we'll subtract. And we're left with 1. And we'll add another 0 and bring that down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9, and we'll subtract. And we're left with 1. Add another 0, bring it down. Do you see the pattern? 3 goes into 10 3 times. We get 9, remainder 1. So this is going to repeat. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 forever. So we can do the decimal 0.33 with a bar on the top to indicate the repeating numbers. 0.33 repeating. Number 4, 1/3 as a decimal, 0.33 repeating. And then we'll change this into a percent. 0.333 repeating as a percent We'll move the decimal by multiplying by 100. We'll move the decimal to the right 2 times. 1, 2. And we end up with 33.33 repeating percent. Put the bar on the top to indicate the repeating numbers. And that was number 5. 1/3 as a percent, 33.33%. Sometimes they round, mathematicians will round to 33%, depending on the textbook. Number 6. Number 6, we have 0.40 as a decimal, or 40%. So 0.40 is 40 hundredths. Hundredths. 2 numbers after the decimal. We can put 40 over 100. Or as the percent, 40% means 40 out of 100. 40 out of 100. And then we'll reduce. You could divide by 10, and you get 4 over 10. And then you could divide by 2, and we get 2/5. 2/5. 40% is 2/5. And jumping all the way down to number 7. Number 7. We have 60.60, or 60%. So 0.60 is 60 hundredths. 60 out of 100. And 60% also means 60 out of 100. So we can reduce this fraction, 60 over 100. We can divide the top and bottom by 10. And we get 6 out of 10. And we could divide by 2. And we get 3/5. 3/5. 60%. 3/5. And number 8. Number 8, we're writing 2/3 as a decimal. So you could just type this in the calculator, 2 divided by 3, or 2/3. And I'm going to do it using long division. And the 2 goes in the house. 2 divided by 3. And 3 does not go into 2, so we'll add a 0 and a decimal. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 6 times 3, we get 18. Subtract. We're left with 2. Add another 0 and bring it down. 3 goes into 20 6 times. And we get 18. Subtract. And we're left with 2. Oh, see the pattern? Add a 0. Bring it down, and this is going to repeat. So we get 0.66 repeating. 0.66 repeating, number 8. And then we'll change that into a percent. We'll multiply by 100. Let me write this out so that you can see it. 0.6 repeating as a percent. We'll multiply by 100, moving the decimal 2 times to the right. So we end up with 66.66 repeating percent. Many times you'll see that as rounded to 67%. But I'm going to put the more exact value. There we are. And number 10. Number 10, we've got 0.75 as a decimal. So this is 75 hundredths, 2 numbers after the decimal, hundredths. And then 75% means 75 out of 100. And then we'll reduce. We could divide by 25. 75 divided by 25, we get 3. And 100 divided by 25, we get 4. 3/4. 3/4. Number 11, 4/5 as a decimal. So you could do 4 divided by 5, 4/5, 4 divided by 5. Or we can use our long division, and we'll divide. 4 goes in the house, divided by 5. And 5 does not go into 4, so we'll add a 0 and a decimal. 5 goes into 40 8 times. 8 times 5, we get 40. Subtract, and remainder 0. So we get 0.8 or 0.80 for our decimal. 4/5 as a decimal, 0.80. And then 0.80 as a percent, we'll move the decimal 2 times to the right, multiplying by 100. 1, 2, and we get 80%. 4/5 is 80%. And that finishes up our session, fractions, decimals, and percents. Thanks so much for joining our session, and I'll see you next time.